Okay, so this is our fifth weekly meeting then, and this week we focused on NoTrump. And as we discussed in class, by this time you've gone through everything in book one. NoTrump is in book one, but we don't use Audrey Grant's NoTrump because it's very basic and nobody plays that way. So I think it's more important for you to learn how people are actually playing. This is a good way for you to play, and it's also a way for you to recognize when other people are making bids, so you'll understand what they're doing too. So let's take a look at NoTrump and talk about it a little bit. Okay. Now, we've talked a lot about the fact that if you're opening one NoTrump, that is the first priority of what you should be opening. If you can open one NoTrump, you want to open one NoTrump. If you can't open one NoTrump, then your second priority is opening a major suit. If you can't open a major suit, the last choice is to open a minor suit. But the first choice is NoTrump. And we skipped over our first choice, the opening one NoTrump, until this point in the class, because the responses to one NoTrump are different than how you respond to regular bids. All the bids that are responding to one NoTrump, or most of them, are what we call artificial bids or conventional bids. In bridge, all the bids you've made up until now have been just standard bids. They meant what they seem to mean. You know, if you go one heart, two hearts, well, one heart has a specific meaning, and two hearts means you have heart support and a specific number of points. In NoTrump, if you go one NoTrump, that has a meaning, but two hearts does not mean hearts. And so this is a real different thing to learn. It's easy to learn, but it is different. And that's why we save it to last, because we want you to learn the common or the face value bids before you start learning the artificial bids. So there are a lot of artificial bids over NoTrump. They're easy to understand, they're easy to do, but you do need to remember that they are not standard bids. They are conventional, what's called conventional bids. Conventional outside of bridge means standard. You know, I took a conventional approach, but in bridge, conventional means you used a convention, which means that on the face of it, it meant something other than what a bid usually means. So the words conventional are different outside bridge and inside bridge. Okay, so opening one NoTrump. One NoTrump is a very specific bid. It means you have 15 to 17 high card points or points with length and a balanced hand. A balanced hand is no more than one doubleton. There are only three distributions in bridge of hands that you can have that have no more than one doubleton. The most balanced you can be is 4, 3, 3, 3. That's the most balanced. That's no doubletons. But you could also be 4, 4, 3, 2. That is a balanced hand because you just have one doubleton. And then the other distribution you could have that is a NoTrump balanced distribution is 5, 3, 3, 2. So there's really only three distributions that you can have in your hand that make a NoTrump distribution. You don't have to remember what those are. You just have to remember that I can't have more than one doubleton, more than one set of two cards in the hand. And I certainly can't have a singleton or a void. They need to be, you need to have cards in every suit, at least two cards in every suit, and no more than one suit with two cards in it. That's what a balanced hand is.
Sally, I
Yes.
thought when you did one NoTrump over your 5 cards or whatever, your 5 hearts or whatever, you don't have to have a major suit. I mean, you don't have to have a balanced hand because you're just telling your partner that you've got 15 to 17 points, and then you move on from there. Am I wrong?
Well, if no one else has bid and you are opening one NoTrump, you do have to follow these rules, 15 to 17 points in a balanced hand. If someone else's bid, then your bid changes a little bit, but that's an overcall. And we're going to start talking about overcalls in the second part of the class. Okay. Did that answer your question, Corey?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this is an opening bid then of one no trump. You know, we have a lot of other times we have balanced hands, but we don't have the 15 to 17. If we have like just 13 or 14 points, we open one of something, and then usually we find ourselves bidding one no trump after our partner bids. Or if we have 18 or 19 points, we find ourselves opening one of something and then jumping to two no trump. So that's a balanced hand with more points. And then if we have 20 or 21 points, the bid is two no trump.
Oh, okay.
So with a strong hand, not 22 points or more, but with a balanced hand and 20 or 21 points, you open two no trump. 15 to 17 points, you open one no trump. 13 or 14, you open one of something, then bid one no trump. 18 or 19, you open one of something, then bid two no trump. So all of these levels going up kind of make sense about what you do. The bids that we're going to talk about, these artificial bids that we're going to talk about, are only over one no trump or two no trump, not where you have bid one of something and then bid no trump, because you have limited your hand, and so you can't make too many other bids than that. Your partner is also bidding, and it just would be too confusing to try to do it over the opening one of a suit and then bidding one no trump. But if you actually open one or two no trump, then the bidding applies that I'm going to talk about. The only difference is that at two no trump, the point ranges are different, because if you open two no trump, your partner only needs to have 4 or 5 points for you maybe to have a game. So we're not going to talk about the two no trump openings today. They don't happen very often, but we are going to talk about the one no trump opening bid. So for one no trump opening bid, again, 15 to 17 points and a balanced hand. You can count length, but you would never have more than one length point, because the only configuration of your hand you can have that's balanced is 5, 3, 3, 2. Well, if you have that hand, you have 1 point in length. So you can count that if you want, but it's usually doesn't make much difference. It's only the maximum of 1 point you'd be able to give to a hand. Frankly, I don't count length to get me into no trump. In other words, if I have 14 points and 1 point for length, I don't count it as 15.
Would you count it to get you out of no trump?
Yeah, and I'd also count it to get me out of no trump, because then it's a stronger hand. It's the 18 or 19 points. But it depends on, in that case, on whether all of my points are working. If I have like a queen doubleton, then I'm not going to count that as 2 points. And so I'm not going to let an extra point move me into the 18 or 19 point range. So I look.
Would you repeat that?
Yeah, if I have a queen doubleton in my hand, that queen is not really worth 2 points. If the ace and king are played, I might as well just had a 2 or a 3 there instead of a queen. So if my queen's not protected, or even worse, a jack and 2 small in a suit, then that jack is not really worth anything. So I look for things like that when I'm valuing my hand, particularly when I'm valuing it for no trump, because I want my no trump bid to mean really 15 to 17 working points and a balanced hand, so my partner can rely on me. Now, let's think about this. If partner is promising 15, 16, or 17 points only when they bid, they can't have anything else. How many points do you need to have to make sure that you would have a game as the responder?
10.
10 points. 10 points is a game, because if they have 15, 15 and 10 is 25. That's game at 3 no trump, and it's usually game at 4 hearts or 4 spades. We like 26 points for 4 hearts or 4 spades, but 25 usually works. So 10 points or more at even their lowest range, you have a game. What is the amount of points you would need to have, the maximum points you could have to make sure you do not have a game?
Make sure you don't have a game.
Make sure you have no chance at game. What's the maximum number you could have?
9?
7. Because
7.
7 and 17, the maximum, if they have the
Ah.
maximum and you only have 7, you cannot have enough for game. The most you can have is 24. So with 10 or more, you know you have game. With 0 to 7, you know you don't have game. With 8 or 9, you might have game. That's called invitational. And you can see it here on our screen. 0 to 7, we're just going to pass, or else we'll transfer and then pass. 8 or 9 is what's called invitational. We'll bid something and then we'll bid below game. And partner knows that if we've stopped below game, we had 8 or 9 points. With game, we'll either just bid game or we'll bid something and then we'll bid game. And that tells our partner we had 10 points or more.
Oh, I really like this.
Okay, now once partner has opened the once partner has opened, sorry, this thing sometimes won't let me go where I want to go. Once partner has opened one no trump, I want you to remember this graphic. You are the captain of the ship. The responder is the captain of the ship. The responder makes all the decisions about what else happens with the hand. And if you think about it, this makes sense, because if your partner opens one no trump, you know exactly what they have. They have a balanced hand and about 16 points. And you just figure everything else based on that knowledge. You make bids that make your partner bid something, but you're making them bid something. They are not making any decisions about what to bid. So let's look down at the bids that we
Unless
use.
they bid Stamen.
It's same thing, whether they bid, whether as the responder you're bidding Stamen or transfers, you are in charge. Your partner must make certain bids and you use the information that they bid to decide where you go. The no trump person never makes a decision about where to go. The only thing they get to decide is whether, if they have 16 points, whether their hand is more like 15 or more like 17 points. That's the only decision that a no trump person gets to make. All the time I see with beginning players mistakes like you open one no trump and your partner bids 3 no trump and you decide, oh, wow, my partner must have a good hand and I've got a good hand, so I'm going to ask for aces. Maybe I bid 4 no trump and start seeing if you can go to slam. But you need to remember that when you bid 1 no trump, your bidding is done. You've described your hand. So anything else that happens is your partner's decision. So you don't go on beyond what your partner has decided you should bid based on your knowledge of what his bids mean. Okay. So the two types of responses that you can make over one no trump are either to use the Stamen convention or the transfer. And it's officially called Jacobi transfers. We just kind of shorten it to transfers. And the way you decide which to use is, if you have 5 or more in a major suit, you use a transfer. And if you have 4 and only 4 of a major suit, you use the Stamen convention. Now, the reason we use these transfers and the reason that we focus on major suits is, while no trump is our favorite thing to bid, a suit is our favorite place to play. And the reason for that is, I know all of you in just your playing that you've done so far have been in a contract, a no-trump contract, and the opponents reel off 6 or 7 tricks before you can even play. That's because there is some danger in playing no trump. If you don't have stoppers in a suit, you don't have a way to keep the opponents from keeping playing that suit, then you can go down a lot. And so no trump is a little bit more dangerous. We like to play it anyway because it's a cheap game, but still, if we can find a 4-4 fit, our magic fit in a major suit, that's where we want to play. And that's why we use transfers, and that's why we use Stamen. If you don't have at least 4 or 5 major cards in a major suit, and you've got 10 points, then you just bid 3 no trump. Or if you've got 8 or 9 points, then you just bid 2 no trump. Those are not conventional. Those are just standard. So 1 no trump, 2 no trump, that means I've got 8 or 9 points, and I'm not interested in a major suit. 1 no trump, 3 no trump, I'm still not interested in a major suit, but I've got 10 or more points. So where we use one of these conventional responses is where we are going to try to find a major suit. And if we have 5 or more in the major suit, we can use a transfer. If we have 4 or more, 4 and only 4, we use Stamen. Okay, now transfers are conventional because what you're doing when you're transferring is, you're going to bid the suit below the suit that you want bid. So if your partner has opened 1 no trump and you have 6 hearts, you're going to bid 2 diamonds, the suit right below hearts. If you have 6 spades and your partner has opened 1 no trump, you would bid 2 hearts, the suit right below the suit that you want. The reason you do that is if you bid 2 diamonds, that tells partner you must bid hearts. If you bid 2 hearts, you're telling partner you must bid spades. So you're transferring it. You're not bidding the hearts and you're not bidding the spades as the responder. You're making the no trump person bid the suit first. Why would we do that? This doesn't make any sense. Why don't we just bid hearts or spades ourselves? Well, the reason
Because
is
they have the stronger hand.
that's the reason. Because the no trump person has the stronger hand, and we would prefer that the stronger hand be concealed and the weaker hand be down on the board as the dummy. Sometimes, occasionally, the responder is the stronger hand. Your partner may have opened 1 no trump and you may have 18 points. Well, if you do, good for you. It just doesn't happen a lot, okay? Usually the responding hand has fewer points than the no trump hand. That's why we do these transfers. So if you have at least 5 cards in the suit, you always transfer. And the way you transfer is you bid the suit below your suit. That means partner must bid the suit. Now, partner, the no trump person, remember, you are the captain of the ship, not the no trump person. The no trump person cannot say to himself, oh, I don't like my spades very well. I don't want to bid spades. I'm going to bid something else. They can't do that. You're the captain of the ship as the responder. And so if you tell partner to bid spades, he's got to bid spades. Or if you tell him to bid hearts, he's got to bid hearts.
Even if you've got 2 spades.
Even if you've got 2 spades, we don't care. That's the least you could have, though, by the way, because we know as a no trump person, you've got at least 2 cards in every suit.
Yeah.
So that is what a transfer is. It's bidding the suit below that to make your partner bid that suit. Then,
And so they stay in the strong hand.
that's right. They will then be the declarer, and
The
the responder
declarer.
will be the dummy. Okay, then we need to think about, once we've made that transfer, that's just the start. So it's gone one no trump, two diamonds, two hearts. So that's the completion of the transfer. Now we have to worry about what point level am I at? So how high should I be? And where should we be? Should we be playing in that suit or should we be playing in no trump? So there's really two things going on with the rest of these bids: how high you belong and whether you have 5 or 6 in the suit. If you have 6 in the suit and they have 2, you've got your magic fit, right? You know you've got 8 between you. So if you have 6 in the suit, you're going to transfer and then bid that suit. Again, raise that suit. That promises that you have 6 in the suit. If you only have 5 in the suit, you still transfer first, but then you bid no trump. And that says, partner, I had 5 and only 5, not 6. So after the
Transfer and then bid, no trump.
yes.
I'm not understanding that terminology. I'm not
Okay.
understanding.
In this case, the bidding would go 1 no trump, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 2 no trump. What would that 2 no trump bid mean?
I have a
Part
5
game?
card
Just-
hard suit, and I suggest maybe no trump would be it.
Yeah, you're saying, partner, I had 5 and only 5, not 6, and I have 8 or 9 points. I don't have a game, but I'm inviting you to game.
I don't
That's
get
why you would bid no trump again. So 1 no trump, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 3 no trump means I've got 5 and only 5, but I've got 10 points, so I can bid game. If it goes 1 no trump, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 4 hearts, that means I had 6 hearts, because now I know we've got our magic fit. You had 2, I've got 6. 4 hearts, that means I've got 6 hearts plus 10 points. 1 no trump, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 3 hearts means I've got 6 hearts, but only 8 or 9 points. So I'm not sure if we belong at game. Now, how does partner, if I make one of those invitational bids, one of those bids where I just have 8 or 9, where I can't go to game, so I stop below game, how does partner decide what to do?
He counts his, whether he is 15 or 17.
Right. He decides whether he's, if he's 15 or if he's 17, it's easy. If he's 16, he has to decide, is my hand more like 15 or more like 17? Are all my points working, or do I have some of those unprotected queens and jacks? You know, you just have to kind of make a judgment there. And that's the only judgment that the no trump person can make. They make a judgment. If they've got 16 points, they can make a judgment about whether that's more like 15 or more like 17. It's their only judgment. If partner makes an invitational bid and you have 17 points, you go to game. If you've got 15 points, you pass. So that's pretty easy. When partner invites, you go with the top and you pass with the bottom. The no trump person is the person who's open no trump. His job is easier in a lot of ways because he doesn't have to make so many decisions. He really can't make any decisions. He just has to go with whatever you tell him. If you tell him that you've got 6 hearts and 8 or 9 points, then the only thing he does is he either passes or goes to game. But you're the one that had to decide that you were invitational and how to tell him the number of cards that you had.
so I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Corey.
1 no trump, then it's 2 diamonds, right?
Yes.
And then he would do hearts. Then it would be
Must do hearts, yes.
2 hearts. But what if you don't have enough hearts or anything to support him? How do you know that?
Well, you don't bid 2 diamonds unless you have 5 hearts. One
Okay.
no trump, 2 diamonds promises I have 5 hearts.
Okay. And if you don't have 5 hearts, what would you respond with?
Well, I would
don't have
either, if I
5.
had 4 hearts, I would do stamen. If I had 3 or less hearts or spades, I would just bid 2 no trump or 3 no trump, depending on how many points I have.
So
Is that-
Jacoby's always 5. And the other statement is always 4.
That's right.
And if not, you just go to no trump.
That's right. Yeah, if you use one of these conventional responses, you've got a major suit that you're interested in exploring.
Okay, so what Corey just said is, if you have 4 in a major, you go stamen. If you have 5 in a major, you go transfer. If you don't have either of those, you go no trump.
It's directly to no trump, yeah.
Do you
Directly to no
go 1
trump.
up for no trump or do you pass?
Well, if you have 8 or 9 points, you bid 2 no trump. 10 or more, you bid 3 no trump.
Okay.
Because remember, those were our categories. 0 to 7, we're not even going to bid. But 8 or 9 will bid 2 no trump. 10 or more will bid 3 no trump. Because those are our categories. 10 or more is a game. So I have to say a game as the responder. Because I'm the one that knows that. Okay, so we've said here the responders bid 2 diamonds, means partner must bid 2 hearts, and 2 spades means partner must bid 2 hearts, means partner must bid 2 spades. That means you have at least 5 in that suit, 5 plus. You may have 6 or more. Then after you have made them bid, when it comes back to you, with less than 8 points, you will just pass. Remember, we said before that with 0 to 7, less than 8 points, we have no chance of game. So we would just pass. But in the case of a transfer, when you have 5 or more in a suit, it's better for your partner to try to play the suit rather than getting passed out at 1 no trump. You're taking them up 1 level, but you're at least giving them a suit to play in. So this is called a transfer and drop. You bid 1 no trump, your partner bids 2 hearts, you have to bid 2 spades, then your partner passes. That means they have less than 8 points, and they're just giving you a better place to play than trying to play 1 no trump, because we've already talked about the fact that you can go down in no trump easily, and 1 no trump is really hard to make. If you have, especially if you have only, your partner has no points. So it's even more important, the fewer points you have as a responder to a 1 no trump opener, to transfer if you can, because that at least will give them some chance of making the bid. That's called a transfer and drop. If you have 10 or more points, then you'll just bid 3 no trump if you only have 5 in the major suit, or if you've got 6 or more, 6 or more, so that you're sure that you have the magic fit, then you just bid game in the suit.
Okay, can you go through the sequence again? 1
Sure.
no trump.
Sure. If I have 10 points and 6 hearts, the bidding is going to go 1 no trump, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 4 hearts, 10 points and 6 hearts. If the bidding goes 1 no trump, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 3 no trump, that means I had 5 and only 5 hearts, but I have 10 points, so I can go to game. Now, if I go no trump, I've already told you I have 5 in the suit. So as the no trump person, if you have 3 or more in hearts, you can bid 4 hearts. That sequence would be 1 no trump, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, 3 no trump, 4 hearts by the no trump person. The no trump person is not really making a decision there. They're just based on the fact, knowing that you have 5 hearts. If they have 3, we should be playing in the suit. And so basically you're telling them, bid the suit if you have 3. I've got 5. With 6, we don't have to worry about it because the very fact that they bid no trump promises they've got 2 cards in every suit. Is this making sense to everybody?
Clear as mud. I mean, I'll
It
forget
makes sense when you're talking about it. When I get in the game, it all goes out of my head.
I know. That's that. Well, and that's why I keep saying you have to play, because all of this talking that I do, until you play it with cards, that's where it starts to sink in. That's where, when you have cards in front of you and you can see how this works, that's where it really is gonna make a difference to you. Okay, so those are Jacoby transfers. We do that if we have at least 5 in a major suit. We always transfer, always transfer. If we have 7 or less, we're going to transfer and just leave them there, pass. If we have 8 or 9, we're going to bid below game, either 2 no trump or 3 hearts, depending on if we have 5 or 6 in the major suit. And then if we have 10 or more, we bid game next. So we bid either 3 no trump or 4 hearts or spades, depending on which suit we started out with. So those are the transfers. Now let's talk about Stayman. Stayman has been around for years and years and years. Practically everybody plays Staymans. Transfers didn't start until the 70s or 80s. So a lot of people that learned to play as a teenager, as I did, had to learn Stayman later. I mean, transfers later. But I played Stayman from the very beginning when I started learning in the 60s, because my grandmother is the one who taught me originally how to play bridge, how to play this strange version of bridge. But anyway, she taught me how to play bridge. She used Stayman. So it's been around for years and years and years. My grandmother didn't learn any new conventions. So that meant when she learned to play, they played Stayman. So that must have been back in the 40s or even 30s. Stayman's been around for a long time. A funny thing about the Stayman convention is most of these conventions are named after the person who originated them. Like Jacoby transfers, Mr. Jacoby was Oswald Jacoby, who was a great player of the 50s and 60s. The Stayman convention was not done by a man named Stayman. It was done by Mr. Stayman's partner, whose name I've forgotten, but it got the name Stayman, I guess, because he was the better known partner. I don't know why, but people just started calling it Stayman. So he didn't invent it, his partner did, but he's the one that's remembered all these years later. Okay, so Stayman is used when you have 4 of a major suit, not 5. 5 or more, we transfer. But we have 4 and only 4, we use Stayman. And remember, we're doing this because it's better to play in a suit contract than no trump if we have that choice. So the Stayman convention, it's a very specific bid, 2 clubs. 2 clubs over 1 no trump is the Stayman convention. In bidding 2 clubs, ask a question. It says, partner, I have a 4-card major suit. Do you have a 4-card major suit? You're asking your no trump partner, do you have a 4-card major suit? So my partner bids 1 no trump. I bid 2 clubs. That says, partner, I've got a 4-card major suit. Do you have a 4-card major suit? And the way you answer that is 2 diamonds means I do not have a 4-card major suit. Sorry, partner. So it'd be 1 no trump, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds. Sorry, partner, no 4-card major. 2 hearts shows at least a 4-card heart suit. but you also might have a 4-card spade suit. So if you have a 4-card heart suit, you definitely bid 2 hearts. You might also have a spade suit, but that's okay, but you just bid hearts. You bid the first one that you have. 2 spades shows a 4-card spade suit and denies a 4-card heart suit. So if it goes 1 no trump, 2 clubs, 2 hearts, promises 4 hearts. If it goes 1 no trump, 2 clubs, 2 spades, it promises 4 spades and denies 4 hearts. Hearts, you may have hearts and spades. Spades, you've got only spades. And if partner, the next thing partner is going to do, well, let's talk about that before we talk about this other. Once you know, as the responder, remember, you're still the captain of this ship. Once you have partner's answer, you know what they've got. Then here's what you're going to do. Sorry, my screen just keeps randomly moving around. Okay, so your responses on the Stamen bids. If partner has said, sorry, partner, I don't have a 4-card major. So that means he bid 2 diamonds. He doesn't have a 4-card major. Then you either bid 2 no trump or 3 no trump. You bid 2 no trump with 8 or 9. You bid 3 no trump with 10 points or more. Now, if he says the right 4-card major, in other words, the one that you have, then you can revalue your hand as dummy. That means if you have a singleton or a void, you can now count that. You couldn't count it before because you didn't know if you had a fit. But now that you know you have a fit, you can revalue your hand as dummy, and you will either bid 3 of the major if you have now valued your hand as 8 or 9 points, or 4 of the major if you've valued your hand to be 10 points or more. And just
you
like
can only revalue if you're a dummy.
if they have said the correct major, because they bid it then. So they're going to be the declarer, you will be the dummy. And if they bid 4 of the major, if you bid 4 of the major, that means you have 10 or more points. Now, if they named the wrong 4-card major, not the one that you have, they named something else. Let's say that you have spades and they bid hearts. Then you just bid 2 or 3 no trump with 8 or 9 or 10 points, depending. That tells partner, oh, sorry, that wasn't my suit. Now think about this. In that situation where you bid 2 hearts, the no trump person bid 2 hearts, but they actually had hearts and spades. But you bid hearts, you couldn't bid spades. If partner tells you that was the wrong major by bidding 2 no trump or 3 no trump, then you know they must have had 4 spades. So if you also have 4 spades, you can go to the major suit. That bidding would be something like this: 1 no trump, 2 clubs, 2 hearts, but I've got 4 hearts and 4 spades, but I'm required to bid 2 hearts. Then partner bids 3 no trump. That says, oh, that wasn't my suit, partner, but I do have 10 points. Then I bid 4 spades. That means I had 4 spades. I know you've got 4 spades because you had to have a major suit to bid 2 clubs. And I've got 10. You said we had game, so I'm just correcting it to the 4 spades instead of the 3 no trump.
But it also means you have a no major.
No, because this answer was 2 diamonds. So if the answer was 2 diamonds and I bid 2 no trump or 3 no trump, we're done. If they bid first a suit and that's the wrong suit, then I either bid 2 no trump or 3 no trump, but then they know I've got the other suit.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, one thing to remember on Stamen, with transfers, we transfer no matter how many points we have. Even if we don't have any points, we transfer. But with Stamen, you need to have at least 8 points to bid Stamen. And the reason for that is with transfer, we can transfer and then drop the bid. But if it's Stamen, there's too many different ways it can go. Because depending on what partner's answer is, we might wind up too high. So we have to be able to live at the 2 level if we're going to bid Stamen. So that means you need to have at least 8 points to bid Stamen. You don't do it with fewer than 8 points.
Sally, so you're saying, backing up here, if you don't have a 4-card major, or if you have the wrong, or they have the wrong 4-card major, you bid 2 or 3. It's the same bid, 2 to 3, no trump?
Yeah, 2 or 3 no trump, and which one depends whether you have 8 or 9 points or whether you have 10 or more.
Yeah, so if I don't have, if it's a wrong 4-card major and I bid 2 or 3 no trump, isn't my partner going to think that I don't have a 4-card major?
No, because the person would originally have made a bid of 2 diamonds, which said, I don't have a 4-card major. That's when you bid 2 or 3 no trump. But if partner made a bid of a major suit, if partner said, I have a major suit, the no trump person said, I do have a 4-card major suit, it's spades, by bidding 2 spades. Well, if that's the wrong suit, then you bid 2 or 3 no trump. So you're going to know the difference, because one response was 2 diamonds saying I don't have a 4-card major. The other was a response saying I do have a 4-card major. It's just the wrong one.
Okay.
So you will know, depending on what bid you're responding to, that you're reacting to, is whether they said 2 diamonds or whether they said 2 hearts or 2 spades. Okay, let's look at some of these, a couple of hands online. And again, I think we're not going to go in just so I can show you more hands. So I'm not going to assign you guys to a table, so you don't have to go onto BridgeSpace. You can just watch the screen here on Zoom.
Holy moly, my brain is full.
Time for wine after this.
It's fun. No Trump is fun. I mean, it really is. I know it sounds impossible right now, but after you've played this for a while, it really is easy because it makes sense. I know it doesn't make sense now, but it will make sense.
Now you can go into no trump hands because you're a teacher or you're paying, or how do you get those specific?
Those hands, because I put them in.
Oh, you developed them.
I developed
Okay.
Actually, most of them are out of the book, but yeah, I put these hands into, you can put your own hands into BridgeSpace if you want to. So, okay, so East is the dealer here, and East has 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 points. So that bid would be
1 no trump.
1 no trump. Not surprising since we're studying no trump. And then South passes. Now let's look at this West hand. West has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 high card points plus 1 for length. So 10 points. What is West going to bid?
Well, they like hearts,
They like hearts.
so I'd say 2 diamonds.
2 diamonds, very good, because they are going to transfer and make partner bid hearts. North passes. So now what is the no trump hand going to bid?
4
They don't like
hearts.
hearts, but they like spades. So go
Yeah,
2 no
they
trump,
like
3 no
spades
trump.
better. But what did this 2 diamond bid mean?
Well, 16.
Hearts.
It meant hearts.
I
And
go
that
2 no
means
trump.
This person must, absolutely must, cannot do anything else other than bid 2 hearts. This is the no Trump person. This person is
crap.
not in charge. West is in charge. West is the captain of this ship. So East cannot be thinking, oh, I like spades better. I don't like hearts. I have extra points, whatever. They can't be thinking anything like that. They can just be thinking, I've got to bid hearts because partner's making me bid hearts. 2 hearts is what they must bid.
Now, because he's got there's so many points there, wouldn't he have gone higher than 2 hearts?
Well, what did he tell you when he bid 1 no Trump?
15 to 17 points.
Yeah. Does he have more than that?
No.
No. He's got what he said originally. So he doesn't have more than anything. He's already told you his points.
Okay. Yeah.
So South passes. Now we're back to West. We've made West bid 2 hearts. We have 10 points. Are we at a invitational bid or is this a game bid?
Game bid.
A game bid because we've got 10 points. But is it a 3 no Trump game bid or a 4 heart game bid?
4
For
hearts.
Well, we need to have
3 no Trump.
right. 3 no Trump. We would need to have 6 to be sure that we belonged in hearts. So we're not sure that we belong in hearts. So we're going to tell our partner 3 no Trump. That says partner, I had 5 hearts and only 5 hearts, and I had 10 points. Now it's back to East. East sees that 3 no Trump bid, and what does East do? Does East pass or does East bid?
he
4
says
hearts.
4 hearts.
4 hearts, very good. Because if West has 5 hearts and we've got 3, that's our magic fit. So we're going to go ahead and bid 4 hearts. And so that's where we would wind up the bid of 4 hearts. Okay. All right. Well, did it make sense what we did, even though if you think you can't replicate it?
Yeah, I didn't even get off first base. I was trying to go to 2 no Trump right away
Well,
instead
I
of 2
know
diamond.
that's why we're going over these together though, because this is really common. It takes a while to kind of remember the no Trump person makes no more decisions about anything.
Okay, so why would you have gone to 3 no Trump if you knew your partner had 5 cards and you know you've got 3?
No, you didn't know that your partner had 3
Yeah,
because he opened with no Trump and that only promises 2.
he could have, the East hand could have just had 2. So when I said 3 no Trump, if he only had 2 hearts, he would have just passed instead of bidding 4 hearts.
Okay.
Let's look at another example. Okay. Here's the dealer over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're going to pass. North has 7 points. They're going to pass. East has not enough points to open. They're going to pass. And now we're down here to this hand. This hand has 7, 14, 18 points, plus 1 for length. What are they going to open?
1
One-
diamond.
1 diamond, very good. Then West is going to pass. Now, what is North going to say?
One spade.
1 spade. Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I passed again. And so the bridge base thinks we're passed out. But anyway, so let's just look at this. Yeah, they bid 1 spade. Then East would pass. Then this South hand would bid what? So far, it's gone 1 diamond, 1 spade, back to this hand.
1 no Trump.
Well, 1 no Trump would be a minimum hand, just 13 or 14 points. And this is a maximum hand, 18 points. two no trump. So it would go one diamond, one spade, jump to two no trump,
Okay.
jump to two no trump.
And that's kind of set, yeah, I kind of have a balanced hand.
Yeah, I have a balanced hand, and this is a balanced hand.
So I have at least two spades.
I have at least two spades, yeah.
So with a 6, we've got game.
With a 6, very good. You know you've got 6 points. You know you've got enough for game if partner has 18 or 19, because you've got 7, 8, 9. So you just bid 4 spades then, this north hand. Okay, let's look at another one. The dealer's here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pass. This hand has 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. What does this hand bid?
One no trump.
1, no trump. Pass.
Yes.
What does this hand bid?
One no. Oh. 8 points. 8, 9, 10 points.
10 points.
So we've got game somewhere.
Then you would do
2 diamonds.
2 diamonds.
2 diamonds, yes. We're definitely going to transfer 2 diamonds. Now, what does this hand bid?
It has to bid 2 hearts, right?
Yes. Must bid 2 hearts. Cannot do anything else. Must bid 2 hearts. I don't care what the hand looks like. The west hand, the responding hand to 1 no trump, is in control. So they bid 2 hearts. Now, what does west bid?
Well, West likes hearts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 hearts.
okay. But we said they had 10 points, right?
Mhm.
Is that game?
Yes.
So if they
Yeah.
bid 3 hearts, they're saying they only have 8 or 9 points. They're stopping below game.
Mhm.
4 hearts.
4 hearts.
Boy, they're really hoping that, oh, well, we know, okay, so we know because East open, 1 no trump balanced hand, they have at least 2 hearts. Okay.
Right. So we're safe with
So
this.
West knows there's a fit in hearts already.
Exactly right.
It's just
exactly
how
right.
many.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, let me point out one thing to you. This hand has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This jack, that's not worth very much. I would probably count this hand myself as an invitational hand, an 8 or 9 point hand. Audrey Grant treats it as a 10-point hand. But so I'm just warning you a little bit that I look out for stuff like this. This is not worth as much.
So
You
what,
consider,
you did 4 hearts or 3 hearts?
I personally would have said 3 hearts.
Okay.
do you consider yourself a conservative bidder or a wild and crazy woman?
A wild and crazy woman ordinarily. But on this hand, I would have considered it 9 points, not 10. And Audrey is very conservative, very by the book. I mean, I don't know how she plays in real life, but her books are very by the book. So okay, let's look at another one here. Okay, so here we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15. What does this hand open?
1 no trump
1 no trump
with a minimum
with a minimum.
15.
Exactly right. Okay, now let's look down here. What is this hand going to bid? This hand has 6, 7 points down here in the south hand.
I'd pass.
Pass? Does everybody agree? Yep, this is a pass hand. You need 8 or 9 points to bid. You don't even have that. You don't have anything to transfer. So you just pass and you play 1 no trump.
Okay.
Oh, I got one right.
Way to go. Okay, here we've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 in this hand. So what does this hand bid?
Well, no
No
Trump.
Trump.
One, no trump. Now, what does this hand bid? This hand has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points.
11 and 15. So there's a game somewhere.
Definitely game. As long as you've got 10 or more points, you've got a game.
So
Two
then it-
diamonds?
2 diamonds. Make them bid. We want to transfer first thing. And so what does the no trump hand bid?
2 hearts.
2 hearts. Must bid 2 hearts. Now come back to this hand. Does this hand know how high we belong and whether we belong in hearts or no trump?
We belong in hearts and we want to go to 4 hearts.
Definitely belong in hearts because we have 6 and we know our partner has 2. And we've got 10 or more points. So we just bid 4 hearts.
Now, why don't we just go straight to 4 hearts? Rather than all this rigmarole?
Because if we go straight to 4 hearts, it would go 1 no trump, 4 hearts. And West would be playing it and the East hand would be down on the board as dummy.
Okay.
That's
You
what
only
we-
said that 5 times.
Well, that's okay. I mean, these questions are good. That's somebody else was probably thinking that too. Because it is a bunch of rigmarole to go through. Okay, North is going to pass. East is
What?
going to pass. And now let's see, 6, 7. South is going to pass. 14, 15, 16, 17 points. What is this hand going to bid?
Well, no Trump.
1, no trump. North passes. The East hand has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. What is the East hand going to do?
Pass.
Is everybody in
No.
agreement?
Yeah,
Mm.
except it has a length point, or did you count
I
that
counted those.
already?
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You have to bid something, right?
if you have 5 or more in a major suit, you must bid and you
Oh,
transfer.
okay.
What?
You bid 2. How do we
Heart.
transfer? 2 hearts. Pass. And then what is the no trump hand going to bid?
2 spades.
2
Spades.
spades. Do they like spades?
No.
No.
No, but we don't care. So the north hand passes. Now, what is this east hand going to bid?
Pass.
Pass. Now they can pass. They've transferred their partner into 2 spades. Partner is going to get to play 2 spades rather than a really tough to make 1 no trump bid. See how this is going to be easier to make 2 spades than 1 no trump? If they try to play 1 no trump, they're not even going to get to use these spades because they can never get over here to the spades. The opponents will have the ace of spades and then the king of spades, and that means that West would have no more spades, so they can't even get their other good spades over there. So they would just get 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 tricks. But playing at no trump, they are going to be able to because they don't have to lose more than 1 heart and they don't have to lose more than 1 diamond and 2 clubs. So this is a much better place to be. So that is the transfer and drop. Okay, let's look at just one more here. That's not it. Okay, let's look at this one. This hand passes. East passes. Let's look at the south hand. South has 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 8 is 17 points. They're going to bid 1 no trump, right?
Mhm.
Okay, then west passes. Now let's look at this north hand. North has 8, 9, 10 points. What are they going to bid?
They've got a game.
You
Got
got
a game. So what should they bid?
2 diamonds? No, they gotta do Stamen, two clubs.
Very good. 2 clubs. They're going to do Stamen. They can't transfer because they don't have 5. So they're going to say, partner, I have a 4-card major. Do you have a 4-card major? And what is South going to answer?
No, I don't.
And what is that in
2
bridge
diamonds.
talk? 2 diamonds. No, I do not have a 4-card major. So it comes back up here to North. What is North going to bid?
3 no Trump.
3, no trump. North knows they have a game. North wants to see, can we find a game in hearts? And the answer is no, we can't. So the bid then is just 3, no trump. And that's how Stamen works.
Dang, Christiana, you got this down.
Well, I have been on what they call it, bid online, and you know, a little bit of practice really helps. I mean, I get intimidated because people want to bid fast and then others stall, but you know, you get a little practice there. I think it's good.
It really is, and that's what I'm really emphasizing about no trump. It sounds when I'm giving you all the options that can exist in the responses to no trump, it sounds very confusing. But when you're looking at the hand, only one option is going to present itself, you know. So it's way easier when you're playing the hand and look at the hand to figure out what you should do instead of trying to keep all of these things going in your mind at one time. Okay, so that is everything on No Trump. You now know everything you need to know about No Trump.
Oh, we're armed.
Armed and dangerous. Now,
Yes.
next week, we're going to start in book 2, so that we'll get our new books on Wednesday when you come to class. And we will start with the first chapter, which is preemptive bidding, which is a lot of fun. All the rest of the time now, the early classes, the opponents have not been bidding. But now the rest of the class, the opponents are going to wake up and start to bid. And that's what the second part of the class is all about. So,
Sally, those Wednesday afternoon where anybody can play,
yes.
You're there, right? Or
I'm
you're
there.
not there?
Yeah,
You
I'm
are
there
there.
from noon until 2. And so y'all are welcome to come and play. And
very
what we
welcome,
did
but it's
last
very
week,
helpful.
we just sat and played the hands and went over the hands because there was only one table. If there's more than one table, then you just play there and ask me questions, and I can sit and watch if it's brand new people playing, if we need to do that. So it's whatever you guys want to do, but it's a chance for you to get some practice in. Okay.
Thank you for giving up your Sunday afternoon for us.
You're welcome. Enjoy
Thank
doing
you.
it.
Bye.
Okay,
Thank
bye,
you.
guys.
See you Wednesday.
All righty.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye. Thanks.